Hello, hello, people. I have returned. I, me, you, we. Who knows anymore? Finally got back from a bit of a excursion, should we call it. Uh, Probably better than any other word I could use at the moment. It was actually really refreshing and something that I did not realize I needed until I started doing it. And just the feeling of stepping away for a little while, just a little while, no more than a couple days, which felt much longer given the craziness that led me there. Um, Kind of helped make a good kind of separation between things. If you don't have the time to separate between work, life, training, and whatnot, then it just feels like it's all the same thing. So it just becomes harder and harder and harder to kind of continue. I think that's what people talk about when they talk about needing a break, and that's what actually needs to happen. Anyway, today we did some training. Now, what you might ask that training may be, well, I decided to maybe push it a little, maybe a little harder than I probably should have, but I decided we're back. We're back from a break. We're back from having a lot of fun food-wise, as it were. So, okay. 4:45 training in the morning. 100 push-ups, 100 bicycle crunches, 100 squats. Decided to pull that good old Saitama workout. I wanted to do running right afterwards, but unfortunately my work schedule did not accommodate that. However, I was able to, after getting through a good bit of the work day, was able to get some run, about a 4 kilometer run in, give or take. Before that, I did a bit of Kobudo work with Bo and Joe again. Our Mace Man Sal, I keep on tempting it and saying, hey, I'm going to get a mace. Hey, I'm going to get a mace. And hopefully by the end of this week, I'll have a mace. Hopefully, but we'll see what happens. But I was looking at a lot of his stuff he threw up on there, and it was a lot of stuff I used to do with a hammer. But it's also a lot of stuff I used to do with Bo and Joe in terms of just wrist strengthening and wrist movement stuff with the Bo and with the Joe. And so I kind of put that back into practice alongside playing with some of the katas and playing with some of just the movement of the Bo and the Joe. And just not barfing the katas out, as it were, and then going for a run. So I feel like giving a couple more weeks with it, I'll finally have Bo and Joe kind of back my DNA, as it were. But it's just been out of my practice for so long. It still feels a little stiff. Not as stiff as I wanted it, as it could have been, but I did go running in 88-degree weather, which is that's fun. To say the least. I mean, it's not the island temperatures I'm used to. It's not the island climate I'm used to. But still doing that in a summer afternoon in August is still pretty nuts, pretty intense. So we went there and got that done, and afterwards, the diets rebalanced. I feel pretty good about today. Was just ate at a decent time, and kind of all you intermittent fasting people, my feed time was within, I think, about an 8-hour range, more or less. So I guess I have the other 14 or to 16 hours where I'm burning the calories or being in ketosis or whatever it is. I'm sorry to those of you who enjoy that. It's just not something I completely, if I'm normally my goal is 7 to 7 on both ends, where it's 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. That's the time I can eat, and 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. is the time I don't eat. I normally try to stop drinking anything by 8 o'clock. And it's been that way for a couple of years, and it's served me pretty well. I mean, there's times I've fallen off from it, but it's worked out all right. So 2 times today, feel pretty good, feel pretty worked. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. I'm going to try again to do a morning and afternoon or morning and evening training sessions and kind of bookend the day. Tomorrow might be a little later just because of how things are going to pan out in terms of the work day. But yeah, we're back, baby. I hope everyone's well. Hope everyone's training. And yeah, hope everyone's doing good. Be well. Keep training.